Hello. So in the last video, we saw how we can create or initialize a Git repository. In this video, we'll be talking about how you can create a Git commit. And it'll involve multiple Git commands. So we'll be first going through what are the different stages in which Git creates a commit, right? So Git has something called a staging area, and it also has something called unstage area. So we'll be talking about those two terms, staging area, and one will be unstaging, which we also call untrack area, right? So these are the two main terms which you will be frequently knowing about if you are dealing with Git. So if you create a new file, for example, file 1, you create a file 1, and then you have some content in this file. Now, because you have newly created this file and you haven't tell Git that this is a new file you want to add in the Git, then what it'll say is it's an untracked file. It's in the Git repository, but it's an untracked file, right? So Git doesn't know about this file until and unless you simply add it to the staging areas. Now, unless you have added the content into staging area, it will simply persist into untracked area. Now we'll be using some command to add this untracked file into the staging area, and then once the file goes into staging area using some commands called git-add, then Git knows about this file. Now it's a known file to Git. Whatever changes that you'll be creating inside the file will be known to Git. And now staging area is a draft for a Git commit. Git commit is like creating a history or a snapshot of your working directory. Once you do a commit, whatever changes, it's like clicking a picture. So you go to some places, there are some different files, and then you organize it and you click a picture. So that's one phase of it, right? Similarly, you add files into Git staging area. It can be multiple files, so not only one file, it can be multiple files or folders. So I can simply say file 2 and file 3, and I can add those into also in the staging areas. And once all of these are done, then I can create a commit of the staging area, and then it will create a snapshot, and in return it will give me an ID which is called SHA-ID, and using this I can refer to the particular stage, right? So that's about it in theory. Now let's move on to terminal to see how in practical it works. Yes. So I'm using the existing Git 101 folder which we used in the last video to create a Git repository. Now I'll create a file using vi, my first txt. I'll add some content in the file, and then I'll save the file. Now if I do git status, now I can see that in the untracked area we have a file called foots.txt, right? Now, in order to move this file into the staging area, I'll need to do git add and the file name. Now, if I do git status, it says you have a file in your staging area, which is first.txt, and then I can make a commit, changes ready to be committed. Now, in order to make a commit, I can simply say git commit, and then it will take a message which I can add. So I'll say initial commit, and then I can simply close this string and I can press enter. Now in return it has given me a SHA-ID, and it has added the commit. Now using the git log command, I can see what are the logs which has been created as part of this. So now I can simply say that I have created a commit at this date with the message initial commit, and if I want to see the changes, this is the SHA-ID which I can refer to. And now if I say git show and the SHA-ID, it will show me all the changes which I have made as part of this commit. In this case, we have added a file called first.txt with the content, some content, right? So this is all about this video, wherein we use the git-add command to add the file into the staging area, and also use git commit command to create a commit. So that's about it for this video. Thank you.